coronavirus,
Like
it just swept nationwide.
Yeah, because
so quickly.
There was rumblings in the end of January into February, but it was in China.
It was in China, and like I remember, we were starting to go to the gym more often, and they always have the news channels on, and I was always paying attention to it because I'm thinking like, yo, this could be serious. Coronavirus. They're talking about not if
deadly.
It'll come here, but when it'll be here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like this is serious. So I believe it was the first day of March or like the second day of March is when Rhode Island reported its first case.
Wow.
And we're like, how the fuck did it go from China all the way over here? Like we were all confused because we didn't know what was going on, what was happening.
We're just hearing it from the news and they're making it seem like it's very deadly. Like if you catch it, like that's it, you're done. Like we don't know what's going on, and we're hearing stories like they caught it from a bat or somebody ate a bat. Like it was just so all weird and very like I don't know. It felt like a movie, but like you said, that's an understatement. And for them to like act so slowly, they should have shut down the borders from China to over here. But they were allowing the planes to come still from China. And as they landed, because one of the planes landed from China to Boston.
Yeah.
And that plane, yes, they made everyone quarantine, but they still let that plane land here. So whoever landed in that plane probably traveled over here to Rhode Island. And that's when we got the first case. And it got close to us. We're just like, oh shit, what the hell?
And it surprised me because, like, Rhode Island, nothing happens here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're usually, like, the last or it doesn't happen at all.
Yeah.
So knowing, like, this virus has reached home, that's when we're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. And
what's going to happen next?
And in the field we're in, like the working field, we're dealing with sick people. We're transporting people from their homes to their appointments. Mm-hmm. So these are people that are either sick or just regular checkups, but you don't know, and you still got to transport them. Sometimes you got to be hands-on. So we're having conversation with our boss, like, oh, how do you feel about this? Do you feel safe? Like, should we shut down? Like, while the whole world was shutting down, we were considered essential. You know, at first, I'm like, all right, we're going to take some time off work. But then they came out with that word, essential. Like, wait, what does this mean, essential? Because everybody was going crazy. They were going to supermarkets buying all the toilet paper.
All the toilet paper. The world's ending. I need to wipe my ass. Like, are you serious?
Like, it's crazy.
Oh, my God.
That was just in March, bro. Like, people were wild.
Yes.
Like, they thought everything was getting shut down. But nope, essential. So we're still working. Concerned. Like, what the hell's going on? Wearing gloves at work, wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Like, we're still wearing a mask. Like, it's about to be a year.
Day, we're still wearing a mask.
It's about to be a whole year wearing a mask, but like, that's just becoming normalized.
And when it was going down, we were still so confused.
Yeah.
And it was early to middle of March is when I think it truly like snapped into reality.
Yeah.
Is when an NBA player by the name of Rudy Gobert, he tested positive for COVID. And I remember that night, it was supposed to be the Jazz and the Thunder. They were supposed to play. And then the announcer said, oh, due to some reason, we have to cancel the game. You guys are fine. Just head
Please
home.
exit accordingly.
Yeah, exactly.
But before he even announced that, it was like a good 15 minutes where the game didn't start and it was supposed to start.
Yeah.
And everyone's just looking around. The players are looking around, and it's just the referees and the doctors talking to each other. And the whole time they were talking about Gobert being Gobert even found out, I think, through the game too.
Yeah.
He got the call afterwards. He saw the game canceled. He's seen the game canceled and getting a call. Like, yeah, you tested positive. And he's like, oh, shit.
And I believe it was like a couple days before when he was doing a press conference, he was joking about the whole coronavirus, thinking it wasn't that serious.
Yeah.
And when he was leaving his podium, he was touching all the mics, the table stand and all that, joking about it. Next thing you know, boom. He was positive.
I mean, that looks really wrong in the moment, but he tried to clean it up, saying that he was touching them to make the reporters feel safe because the NBA was telling reporters that was the last day of them being in the same room as players.
I see.
So Rudy wanted to be like, oh no, we're fine, guys. You know what I mean? This is all fine. So in the moment right there, how they cut it, like it seemed like he was careless. maybe he was. You know, he is young. You know what I mean? At the time.
Yeah. And we didn't know if he was the actual first person to contract the virus, you know, but after watching that video, everyone put the blame on him. Yeah. And Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, he put his foot down right away. NBA season suspended indefinitely.
That's when you know this is serious.
It was the Dallas Mavericks. I forget who they were playing. All the crowd was there. The game's going on, and Mark Cuban, you see him looking at his phone like, "Holy shit!"
Like what?
The season's suspended, and they're still playing. Yeah. While this is going on, someone just tested positive. That same day, I think Tom Hanks was tested positive. So we're like, "Oh my god! Like, what's gonna happen to Tom
All these
Hanks?
Celebrities, like, all these celebrities are just getting tested positive. Like, oh my god, what the hell?" We don't know, like, what happens once you get this virus. Like, is it automatic?
Like death.
Yeah. Like, that's what we're hearing from China's part. Like, they had to shut down. They were spraying shit in the streets. Like, they were very strict over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, for them to shut down the whole NBA season, we're like, okay, this is serious now. Like what we're gonna do?
And all the sports league were following their footsteps. They were canceling their games. They were postponing their seasons and just waiting for the next steps to take when it comes to this, because this is obviously all new to us. We don't know what the hell is going on. Obviously, there's people are dying because of this, but it's like, how are they going to be able to protect themselves when it comes to this? So that leads into quarantine.
Yeah,
quarantine season. So
the first time I've heard of quarantine.
Yeah, quarantine. Like, everyone is at home. We're locked down. The only way you can step out and go out is for essential stuff. If you need to fill up your gas tank, if you got to go to the supermarket, or you got a doctor's appointment, work. Other than that, you can't do anything. I would go to the park. They removed the rims, the nets, the tennis courts. They're gone. You got bowling alleys. You got bars. Everything just shut down.
Restaurants. I think they got the hit hardest, like from last year.
Yeah.
I don't know how many businesses closed down, but I'm sure most of the business that closed down was restaurants, like small restaurants, because they had to stop producing. They couldn't. Maybe they were doing takeout. Were there
a bunch of the restaurants were doing takeout, but you can only do so much when it comes to takeout because they rely on other services too.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just a crazy time, man. Like I remember one time just driving down the street and everything's just pitch black. Like nobody's out. Like it was just like a different world. I'm just like, oh my god, no traffic. The schools closed down. No more. Like people didn't have to go to school. You know, the school buses in the morning used to be my headache because, you know, the job we had. But just it being dead, like, I think that's the only thing I miss about the quarantine.
I was going to say, there's pros and cons to the whole quarantine season. So, like, for what we do, we're out on the road. And, like, sometimes we be as far as, like, South County. So being able to fucking go from South County back to Pawtucket in like 25, 30 minutes, that was easy money right there. Like, we're going to be home at a good time. That was one of the pros about this whole thing, is being able to get home at a good time. No traffic. No school buses. Especially the school buses, man. So annoying. Man.
But yeah, online school I had to deal with that a little bit with my nephew. Like, he had to learn how to do the online classes and stuff. So that's a whole new e-learning. So they even implemented that during the regular school years. Now they're going to just keep that. So if you're going to have a snow day, all right, nope, you still could go on the computer.
Log in for me. Go on your computer, log in for me.
So no more free days off at school. I feel bad for the new generation of the kids. But yeah, and the pollution, like, you know, Mother Nature, like, they even saw some benefits from everyone staying home, not having to travel to work.
You tweeted a picture that I really liked. It was Los Angeles, right?
Yes, like, it's just crazy the difference. Like, Los Angeles before quarantine and after, like, the fog they have over there is like ridiculous. It's so thick you can't see through it because of all the pollution.
Not good.
And then after, like, during quarantine, it was so clear. You could see the sunrise every
morning.
Outside.
Tastes clean, fresh air. It tastes good, you know what I'm saying? So good.
New York too, their high population and just like they were the epicenter.
The epicenter of the pandemic at the time.
Like that's crazy. They were having so many deaths that they started putting the dead bodies in refrigerator trucks. Like those trucks that have freezers in the back. Yeah. They started putting the dead bodies in there. Man. This is what we're hearing from the news. Like what are we supposed to think?
This is the type of shit that you only see in movies. You know what I'm saying?
Or in third world countries or something.
Yeah, you know like this is the U.S. and you're hearing about this shit on TV. It's mind blowing the type of year that we had to witness last year. Like 10, 15 years from now, they're gonna make like a documentary or a movie about the year 2020 because 2020 was just the year of the unbelievable, unimaginative things
challenges
that happened.
Yeah.